Good morning from the lovely land of the North Cascades, a beautiful paradise full of freezing temperatures, glacier carven mountains, green, evergreen, pine, spruce, and whatever else. It is chilly, 28 degrees right now on the thermometer on my backpack, but it is clear skies and the sun is shining, making a 400 or 500 foot climb here to the top of another pass before descending quite a bit after ending the day yesterday with several miles of walking up above 6,000 on the beautiful ridges wrapping around all the mountains with beautiful views, even though the rain and clouds were rolling in. I had a good night, good dry night, but very cold. First time I've had the beanie and gloves on out here. Wearing a puffy. Probably won't last very long, but for now, until that sun starts to warm me up. Coffee definitely helped this morning. I only have 2 coffees left. So that now dictates when I touch the terminus. I'm joking. This is the next to last day, most likely, before the PCT is done and completed. And I stand at that terminus on the US-Canadian border, 51 miles away. Gonna get as close to 30 today as I can. And the reason I say as close as I can, it all depends on where I can actually camp. It looked like there was some at like 28 and 29, some campsites, and the next one was like 34, 35. So if there's nothing around the 30, I might have to go a little before, or if I'm feeling good, push to 34 or 35. Really depends on how the day goes and how the tread is and the trail and the conditions of weather and all that good stuff. But no matter what, it is going to be another epic day here from the North Cascades, quickly becoming my favorite section. We'll see how it goes in the next 51 miles, but I don't see that changing with the views I have around me right now. Alrighty, let's continue on and look at these beautiful views on this beautiful day, the day before completing the entire PCT. Passed over a pass and changed directions. Been kind of heading west, wrapping around the mountains for the last few miles, going towards that Black Mountain, which I believe is just simply called Black Peak. But now I'm heading north, which is the correct direction to be heading if I'm going to Canada, which I am going to Canada. Well, I'm not. I'm going to the Canadian border. I wish that they had poutine there for me when I got there. That would be nice. You know, since we're not allowed to cross over the Canadian border and go to Manning Park, instead we have to turn back 30 miles and go to Hart's Pass, the least they could do is at least have some poutine there. You know, you guys cannot cross over here on the PCT, but here's some poutine for you to enjoy before heading 30 miles backwards to leave the trail. I'm just saying. The mountains are different heading north. I love the fact that every time you turn a corner, there's different mountains, different types, different looks, different types of rock, different types of terrain on the mountains, trees, no trees, slides, sand, all kinds of different looks. It's a beautiful morning. A little chilly, but beautiful morning. Descending now to about 4,500 feet, I think, before shooting right back up to the mid sixes again. Up and downs, up and downs. I think it's really just one huge down and one huge up, though. And then pretty much just kind of doing like I did yesterday, walking the ridge, wrapping around the mountains. Little babies down here. He's protecting those. Went into the bushes there. Hopefully it doesn't attack my ankles when I walk by. It's a mighty big bridge for that small of a creek. Must have, back in the day, flowed a lot more. Or maybe in the more snow melt time. I can think of some other creeks that could use that bridge a lot more. Going out in that sun, it gets quite a bit warmer. It's impressive, the temperature difference between in the shade and in the sun right now. It's not 28 degrees anymore, but it's probably 35 to 40 in the shade. Maybe 42, just because I've dropped it in elevation, but it's still quite chilly. Too much for the jacket. Too little for this, to be honest, but I'm going to be climbing here soon, so this will definitely warm me up, and a good portion of that may be in the sun as I start getting more in exposed terrain as I start climbing the mountains again up to the next pass. And it's a beautiful day, bright and sunny, almost hurts the eyes. I have sunglasses that will be going on soon. I don't know if you noticed it yesterday, but I have my sunglasses taped on one side with Leuco tape. I accidentally stepped on them going to Thru-Hiker, and I bent over and they fell off my shirt. They were like looped up here, and I stepped back and I didn't realize that's where they were. Stepped right on them. Lens broke off, the frame broke. Just another of many things Leuco tape has fixed out here for me to get me by until I get a new pair. From my Piranha pairs of white sunglasses that I use. Wow. I've probably been wearing those for like 8 years. And the funny thing is, back in my Florida days, of course, the beach days, that's where I found them and never let go of them since. I thought for sure they would discontinue them by now, but they're always there when I need to order them. Very inexpensive too, so when I step on them, it doesn't hurt my feelings because I can replace them pretty cheaply. But I love those glasses, and I've been a sunglass guy my whole life. Being the beach bum and mountain guy I am, I'm in the sun a lot. So the first time in my life, though, I ever found a pair that I ordered repetitive pairs of. Repeat pairs. I don't know the right way to say that. All the other ones is like whatever I could find. It was cheap, that looked decent on my face. But I love those glasses, and until I find something better, that's what I'm going with, because they fit good. They don't fall off my face. I think they look pretty decent for my face. My face ruins them, but anyway, I'm enjoying this hike today. I have a pretty good pace going. Just reflecting a lot today. As I get to the end of the day, much later on, and set up camp, it will be my last night of camp before touching the terminus. Unfortunately, I'll have to set up camp one more time to get off the trail because I have to go backwards 30 miles. But besides that, it's been 3 years plus waiting to finish the areas I could not finish. And I was planning on doing it last year. And then I got Lyme, so I ended up finishing the Appalachian Trail 2 months later than I was on mark to do. But funny how things work out, because the same sections that was closed for me in 2022, a lot of those same sections were closed last year for 2024 for the hikers there. So just the way it happens sometimes. This is a area prone to wildfires, and feeling pretty confident right now that I'm going to get to the end and back without having any more problems, especially with these couple days of rain that just happened to get the ground a little wet and put out any of the smaller fires that have been in the area. All right, I'm going to quit rambling, get through this forest, start climbing up the next pass, and put these miles behind today as we get some epic views of the North Cascades. Still climbing up this first pass, and I just look to see what's all around me and behind me, and well, it's not too bad. No views on this one. So continuing on up to the next one, which is about 6,500 feet. So should have some wide open views of the mountains in all directions. Basically just kind of changed direction here on this pass. I believe I'm back to going north. I didn't look it up yet, but I believe this is heading north now. Well, I think I was kind of heading west around that last one to pass over.
Grasshopper, you have reached Grasshopper Pass. You have achieved your goals, and you may move on to the next level. Aye.
Wow, a big gust of wind just came through out of nowhere. Almost felt like a whirlwind or something. But it is 12 o'clock and I am at 15 miles. Great start. Let's keep it going, right? Right? Right. Came down here to this spring, and this deer, it's a little bit off trail, and this deer was up at the top of the trail and looked right at me. Has been following me down here ever since, but he won't come near me. He just kind of keeps walking around me and looking at me. He's back behind that tree now. It's funny. He's like, hello, will you be my friend? Here's a little lookout as I'm wrapping around this rocky mountain, and it's a heck of a lookout, isn't it? Wow. Woo! This is what I'm wrapping around right now. Magnificent. Trail, which is right here. Gotta look at those every once in a while, especially when there's a mountain on one side of you or the other, and you can tell there's an outcropping or a lookout. You gotta go look at those because you'll never see that again, most likely. So many mountains out here, and if you're on one side or the other, it buries the other ones. Standing at another pass, 7,000 feet in the air. I do not see a name of this pass, but I believe I start heading down now. It's just kind of like a little saddle in between these two mountains here, but 360 views. Check them out. Absolutely beautiful. Did you expect anything different? This is side, and this is the direction I'm heading, wrapping around that mountain up there. And then this is the other side. These flies are bothering me. But that's beautiful. It's beautiful. Continuing on, seeing what's next. Oh yeah, baby. That's my kind of hiking right there. Beautiful mountains and drop-offs on both sides. Woo! Uh-huh. Gorgeous. Another pass, another descent. Coming down to a trailhead here, which I'll talk more about when I get there, but this will descend down to about 6,000, I believe. I just went down and then went back up again, and I think I was close to high sixes, if not 7, high sixes. So I got probably 800 foot or so descent, I'm guessing, over the next couple miles. So be some beautiful views on this side. Let me show those to you, because this is all new now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's a really nice one there. I mean, they're all nice. And way down in the forest. Right here at this crossroads, this dirt road, is Hart's Pass. Right up here is the Hart's Pass guard station. in 30 miles tomorrow, I will be touching the terminus on the Canadian-US border, the ending of the PCT on the northern terminus. I will then turn around and come back those same 30 miles to this road where I will get picked up, hitch into a town called Mazama, and from there a trail angel will come and save me and take me, right there it is, 19 miles to Mazama on this road, and then I will be from there on to the next adventure. You will not get any video after I touch a terminus because I am actually almost out of memory and out of power. So once I touch that terminus tomorrow, the videos will end. You will get all of these delayed, of course, but because the videos have not been able to be uploaded in the last 8 or 9 days. But right here it is, Hart Pass, 30 miles to the terminus. I'll go another 5 or 8 tonight and set up camp and hit it tomorrow. So it's 3 o'clock now. I've went 22 miles and a quarter. I am going to go about another 6 miles to where I'll camp tonight. That will bring me down to 24 miles to the terminus tomorrow, which will be a good day, but I'll probably go like 30 and get back 5 or 6 more miles coming back, because I don't really think there's anywhere to camp at a terminus. I don't really want to do that and be a part of people's pictures anyway, if anyone else would come after me. But 24 miles, I'll get up early and get a good start on that. So, you know, I'm hitting it about the same time as I'm talking now, about 3 o'clock or so, and head back for a few hours until I find a good campsite, and we'll leave the rest for the following day. That's the plan, but definitely looking at camping probably here in about 6 miles, just because of where the campsites are. Really after that, there's one that doesn't have water, would require a longer water carry, and then after that it's quite some time before another campsite. And you've seen a lot of the clips, you know, a lot of it's on the edge of ridges and mountains, just wrapping around mountains. There's really nowhere to camp in those situations. So looks like 6 miles, won't be quite 30, will be somewhere between 28 and 29, close enough. And a good number for tomorrow. Feeling good and strong, feeling happy, feeling excited. I hope you're as excited as me. Actually, I hope you're not as excited as me, because that would be weird, because I should be definitely the most excited in this situation. All right, let's keep going. Take a look at some of these mountains here. There's the drop off. These ones are so spectacular. That's about what I'm seeing right now with my naked eye. The wide angle obviously looks different on the camera. That one is equally as cool. This one over here, you can see the glaciers at the top. That's really awesome. And now there's trees in my way. And you got this one over here as well. Those dark ones that still have the snow on them because they're up so high are so cool. I don't even know if you can hear me with the wind, but this is awesome. Hard to believe this is even real. So many types of mountains. Unbelievable. Alrighty, I have stopped for the night. Right down there is my campsite. I'm not talking over there where the tent is because there's a gentleman over there who's trying to sleep right now because he's getting up. And I came in and said, hello. Oops. He's trying to sleep because he's getting up around 8 o'clock tonight to hike to the terminus. He's going to night hike it. So that's kind of cool. But I today got, what was it, 28 and a half miles, about 5,000 feet of elevation. Tomorrow, 24 miles left to the terminus and about 3,800 feet of elevation. But then I'll have to come back. So I'm probably going to do at least 5 or 6 miles back. There's a lake there, and that's probably where I'm going to camp. But it is a beautiful evening. You can tell it's going to get cool. I'm at 6,500 feet, and I'm excited. I'm going to eat my beef marinara, set my tent up, and get some shut-eye and get an early start in the morning on my way to the terminus. Live live.